Unfortunately, the image of the strong woman does not appear in too good a light. We still spontaneously imagine emotionally cold fighting women who reject everything in life that has to do with feelings and femininity. Thank goodness the truth is different, even if media and social prejudices still have the upper hand here. Why else could it be that strong men are still perceived as sexy and successful, while the term strong woman immediately makes us think of career vigilance and elbowing? What half the world seems to have forgotten is what role women have always had to take once men were busy waging war. Not only did they have to make ends meet for their families, but they also had to face a multitude of threats to life and limb over a period of years. What we know today as multitasking or double burden is actually nothing new for women in society. Having to assert oneself is a tradition. The most important means to an end has always been mental strength. Those who have it can rejoice and are well equipped for pretty much all of life's challenges. We would like to introduce to you in today's video how this superpower can show itself in everyday life. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology and Mind, activate the little bell, and get excited about the videos we upload for you every day. Number 1. They control their emotions, not the other way around. One prejudice that women still have to fight in the working world is their supposedly unpredictable emotionality. They are far too driven by emotions to be able to make objective decisions. In real life, however, the opposite is true. Many women had to learn at a young age that feelings need to be controlled, not suppressed. All too easily, letting one's cards fall reveals one's personal Achilles heel far too quickly. The career woman of the first generations therefore often acted in an emphatically cool and sometimes even aggressive manner, just to avoid being pigeonholed. Those who are mentally strong therefore have themselves and their emotional lives well under control, at least when it really matters. Number 2, their view of life is always objective. Mental strength means, among other things, taking personal responsibility and not constantly looking for someone to blame. Blaming your own weaknesses on others or sketching yourself out to be a helpless victim of circumstances is not an approach that mentally strong women support. They know their strengths and know exactly what they can bring to the overall equations. Those who perceive themselves as falling short probably just haven't worked hard enough on their goals. Number 3, they don't rely on others. It has nothing to do with general distrust if mentally strong women prefer to hold the reins themselves. They simply know from experience that people are a variable, not a constant. They therefore acquire the motto, "Rely on others and you are abandoned," early in life. This go-it-alone approach saves them from disappointment and ensures that their own high standards are met. The idea of a partnership in private life or teamwork at work appeals to them exceptionally well. However, they would never rely on this 100%. Number 4, problem means solution. The only reason women are better multitaskers than men is because they have to be. It has been that way and probably will be that way in the distant future. If you have to balance kids and hearth or household, clan and career, you don't have time for philosophical considerations. This hands-on mentality is something that evolution has put in women's cradles, because otherwise, mankind would have died out a long time ago. This is not meant to be a pseudo-feminist battle cry, but let's face it, it's simply the truth. Even today, women don't have time to admire a problem, but devote themselves to finding a solution as quickly as possible. Number 5, if they have to, they fight. Those who enjoy mental strength usually have a good feel for other people and situations. Women solve conflicts by communication, and often bring one of the most important qualities for a successful coexistence to the front, a willingness to compromise. But sometimes our environment does not want a peaceful solution and throws down the gauntlet to us. They may not like to do it, but when circumstances force them, mentally strong women don't avoid a fight. Number 6, they live in the here and now. They are not interested in yesterday because it has passed. The future is considered and also diligently tinkered with, but always only in the realm of the realistic. If there's one commodity in life that we don't have in abundance besides our health, it's time. What really counts for mentally strong women is the moment. They have both feet firmly planted in life and prefer to devote themselves to the present. It is the period of time in which we can make the most difference. The past and the future are no longer, or not yet, in our hands. Number 7. Status and power do not interest them. People who know what really matters in life don't need a designer logo to feel important and accepted. Mentally strong women prefer to leave the accumulation of material goods to others. The fashion and cosmetics industries would have gone to the dogs long ago if there were only women who knew their worth and didn't need pointless and overpriced luxury goods to get bitterly needed confirmation every time they looked in the mirror. The economy does not live on happy people. It is the unhappy who promote it to the best of their ability, and often beyond their financial means. The same is true of status and power. Career, yes please, if it takes place within the framework of their professional interests, and they can play an active role in shaping or perhaps even making a difference on the way to the top. Career for the sake of prestige? No thank you. Number 8, they don't begrudge others' success. One elementary difference between career women and mentally strong women is their different perspective on other people's success. While the stereotype of the typical career woman has to serve buzzwords like queen bee syndrome all too often, the really strong and self-confident doers are not jealous of anyone. They know themselves how hard you sometimes have to work for the smallest successes. They therefore always appreciate them and are not afraid to express their admiration and respect. Today's conclusion: in the boot camp of life, mental strength is partly innate, partly trained, and to no small extent it is thrust upon us by the school of life, whether we like it or not. Some women have to go through a lot before they become the person who stands above things and can hardly be shaken by anyone or anything. If you really learn something from it, you don't make the same mistakes with other people that you once had to suffer from yourself. If, especially in the workplace, mutual mentoring among women would finally prevail, mental strength would not be the exception, but the gratifying rule. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.